part of this. Be a part of program later on. You can call us on 09124221019 or 00518899241. You're welcome once again. My name is Mariam Afolabi, and I have my crew in the studio, starting with my co-presenter, Ayobola Ayinla Ali. Good morning, Ayobola.
Well, good morning, Mariam. I have to copy, normally I say Miriam, but if you're calling yourself Mariam, that's the way I'm going to.
I like that.
So, yes, good morning to you. Good morning to Nigerians.
You're welcome to the program. And we have this Adebayo Abubakar in the studio. Good morning, Adebayo.
Yes, good morning, Mariam. Good morning, Ayabola. Good morning, Nigeria.
All right, good morning. You're welcome.
You're welcome to the program. Ayabola, let's dive in straight to the stories that this morning to be able to do as much as we can. I have this one on election and also security. I'm up with on security concern. Opposition kicks against true for 2027 elections, and it said that new worries about the credibility of 2027 general elections came up yesterday when the INEC was warned that growing insecurity across Nigeria could make it hard to hold free and fair, credible elections. Now, the opposition is now the idea of sending soldiers to police stations, arguing that civil authorities should do election security. So, Adebayo Abubakar, how would you react to it? What's your own position on this particular one? Should we have soldiers to ensure that we don't have any form of disruption of the election, or soldiers being there is another issue during election?
First and foremost, we need to appreciate the fact that Professor Joe Asamoah has raised a very legitimate concern. There are some parts of this country that, unless if we have the result ready, conduct election in those places will be building in the air. Unless if the result have been prewritten, we must not deceive ourselves. But I don't know why the opposition will always, find a way of twisting whatever, the electoral umpire says or does.
Okay.
They should give this institution a chance. The attitude predates the arrival of Professor Joe Asamoah. The same thing with it is only when they win a case that the judiciary is the last hope of the common man. It is only when they win an election that the election is free and fair. And it is not only them too, the general politician. It shouldn't be. It is a reality. It is the lived experience of some Nigerians today that to deceit, to claim or believe that election can hold in certain part of Nigeria. It is not going to happen. I don't think so.
Okay.
Unless we have the result ready now. And I'm saying this with benefit of insight. What has happened in the past, where elections were allegedly pre-ring, and facts available, prove that, where the number of votes recorded were even higher than the number of total registered voters. Because why? There is no how you can have 100% turnout, not even in Belgium, where it's a crime for you not to vote.
So are you saying military officials are better than authorities?
I'm not saying military. So we should stop this thing. First and foremost, look into the concern raised by INEC chairman, whether it is legitimate or not. Number two, if it requires the presence of the military men to a relatively free and fair election, so be it.
Okay.
Can we do without soldier? That the situation in which we find ourselves now. Can we do without soldier? The answer is no. And to come from that angle, the opposition is also accusing the military. I like to refer to the military as the only pan-Nigerian institution left. The only institution that Nigerians can look up. This is, it cuts across ethnicity and religion. The only, let me use our pan-Nigerian institution we have left is the military. Go to Northeast. All the military personnel serving there, they are not from Northeast. Go to the Creek. So that is to tell you how pan-Nigerian the military is. The politicians should drag them into their dirty waters.
Okay.
They should not. Are you saying that with this current situation in Nigeria now, wherever you see a Nigerian soldier, won't you feel safer than where they are not? They are not present. So please, we should stop all this mudslinging and blackmailing. It won't help in this situation. We are fighting a common enemy at the moment, and the concern raised by the INEC chairman is very, very legitimate. Unless if anybody has a template for rigging that has been, concluded, and they think that if an extra measure is put in place to ensure that no voter across Nigeria is hot that day, then the person needs to be invited personally.
Okay, before we move away from that, let's talk about logistics, because through the previous experience that we have in the past election.
That's another angle.
Okay.
In this country today, maybe apart from those logistic companies that logistics is the caution, give it to the Nigerian military. Right from time they have been involved in of sensitive electoral material, the Nigerian Air Force, to be specific. And once they drop it, then the army takes over, escorts them to different destinations. So tell me how you can divorce the participation of the Nigerian military in our process. That is why some people, they speak from position of ignorance when they talk about free and fair election, hanging it only on the neck of INEC.
The electoral umpire.
All critical stakeholders must be involved. The security agencies, the politicians, community leaders, religious leaders, youth organizations, etc., and even NGOs, civil society organizations. Everybody must be involved, including the military. So just tell me whether INEC has the aircraft or all those road haulage vehicles that will move those materials to, even when you get to some places in Nigeria that are in the creek, you need boats. You have to rely on the Nigerian Navy to deliver those. For example, if you are all the polling units in Bonny Island, do you expect INEC to deliver them with Okada or Keke Marua?
Okay. I guess we've gotten that exact position and why you are saying it. So we have a story on insecurity. I take the headline before we go for this first commercial break.
Insecurity / fuel situation anyway. And this is from Vanguard, as it says on hardship that insecurity, poverty pushing Nigerians to the brink, as NLC President Joe Ajaero wants. And of course, he actually faults the Minister of Finance's insistence of removal of fuel subsidy. Can I go ahead with the question? So now the question out of that is that, post fuel subsidy removal, have we seen the positive impact of this fuel subsidy removal? First of all,
who is talking subsidy removal? Subsidy that was removed about 3 years ago. Somebody is talking now as if it's going to be removed.
He's insisting on it. Let's go for this commercial. Before we come back, we'll talk more on that on other headlines. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Tomato mix and jẹ́ kí oúnjẹ dùn.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavity after breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Yeah, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. Well, do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery. S-E-A-R-I-E. Celery. Bros, you want to turn out to salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
T-U-R-M-R-I-C.
Yes, so
Turmeric.
Correct. One carton of Maggi chicken flavor for you. Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. Game changer.
ṣó o ti ṣe tán láti jẹ ìfà gbádùn oúnjẹ rẹ Coca-Cola tó wọ̀nyí sótún tutù dọ́kàn láti fi ẹgbẹ̀ta mílíọ̀nù náírà ṣèfàjẹ́ èèyàn méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ ló ń di ọlọ́lá lójoojúmọ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀bùn 50 mílíọ̀nù náírà sọ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ láti jẹ tàbí kópa nínú ìfà rẹpẹtẹ yìí ra Coca-Cola onígò tàbí oníke ṣé àyẹ̀wò QR code tó wà lórí ìgò tàbí ara ike Coca-Cola náà kí o sì tẹ kóòdù tí ó gbé jáde àǹfààní ńlá rèé láti di ọlọ́lá tó ń jẹ ìfà tí ìfà náà sì ní ìpalára ra Coca-Cola bí ẹ̀kọ́ kó jẹ ìfà rẹpẹtẹ ìlànà àtàdéhùn wà o.
business.
It's a Chinese number.
Sonia tomato
Chinese
sachet.
Oh.
Yes, it's true.
Ah,
I
so
love
Mama
Sonia
got a man
tomato
so-
sachet. The
Gbogbo wọn
color
ni.
is
Ó
so
dàbí àwọn
red,
manufacturer
so
February.
tasty. When I use it for my stew, jollof or spaghetti, the
Wherever they are in the
color
whole world,
shines
go back home.
brighter and food becomes
Take out the
tastier.
new year one.
Sonia tomato sachet.
Which I want to
So
say by
they have that day. Like, so it's that
fún
day.
ọwọ́ ìrẹsì jọ̀lọ́ọ̀fù lọ sípele ìpàdé tó ga ṣé tí wọ́n bá
Africa
sè é pẹ̀lú kóró náà fún adùn tó kà màmá yẹn ni tàbí tẹ́ ẹ bá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó sàláàdì nàìjíríà èso kábéèjì lẹ́tùsì àtẹ̀wà oníkíndìnrín díẹ̀.
ó ní láti gbé méjèèjì ṣe jollof rice rẹ pẹ̀lú adùn kóró náà kí o wá jẹ́ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀fọ́ ó yá jẹ́ kí o fóúnjẹ rẹ gbé pẹ́ẹ́lí lónìí jẹun tó dáa. Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials. First, news.
You're welcome back to today's review of newspaper headline editorials was analysis on Sobi 101.9 FM, the Thursday edition with Afolabi Ayobola Ayinla Aliyu and Adebayo Abubakar. I believe you've asked a question. Would you like to repeat it? Or Adebayo, you're okay with the question?
Somebody is saying that who is talking about subsidy? It is a forgotten.
Joe Jerry.
It has been, and it is a commonsensical thing. That is why the organized labor need to recalibrate their focus and stop all the asking for, cosmetic packages like pay rise. Something that before a panel is even set up to look into it, inflation is waiting for you. What you are agitating for is waiting for you to reload it and put additional pressure on the economy. So they need to focus on other aspects. Take on the government, ask them, how are you spending the excess saved? Even if petrol is as it is, and other, necessities of life are made more affordable, more cheaper than it is, you will have to balance it up. For example, medical care, if an agricultural policy is initiated such that it crashes the price of food in the market, those are the things we need to look into. So you need to challenge the government to ensure that the special advisor on media, the Minister of Information is not busier than the Minister for Agriculture. That the SA or communication is not busier than the Minister of Work. These are the kind of things you should challenge government on. Not always talking about Minister of Finance. Was it the Minister of Finance that No.
Maybe he believes his words.
NLC itself said it last week that even if we get 1 million naira as minimum wage, if the economy is still as it is, it's not.
See, let me tell you one secret. You are a salary earner. Once your salary increases, before you know what is happening, you yourself will not be able to explain. Additional layers of responsibility will come that will eat everything up. That is. Sometimes you even look at yourself. Am I not the one earning this much? Let me start using this. Before you know what's happening, it's eroding your purchasing power again.
Definitely.
So that is the secret behind it. But just imagine the amount you are earning now. You don't spend up to half of what you are spending on feeding now on it. You will save more without anybody knowing. Your neighbor will not say, he's earning more now. No. Because they don't know how much you spend. Whether you are spending less, they won't be able to say that. Or as a result of that, pile more pressure on you or some distant relatives. So those are the issues. We need to forget about all this tokenism, asking for backed up, what's the call now? The minimum wage from 30,000 naira to 70,000 naira. That's at the time, minimum wage was 30,000 naira. A bag of rice was between 20 and 24,000 naira. They jack it up to 70,000 naira, that's minimum wage. Rice landed on about 104,000 naira per bag, at 50 kg. And let me tell you something, in Ilorin today, they write 50 kg. When you get home, go and measure it, it will be 45 kg. That's another way of silently or fraudulently increasing the price. Because how can you write 50 kg on a bag of rice, at the end of the day you measure it, they say, that is fraud. And that is where I challenge the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission to step in. Go around inside those markets, Yoruba Road, Baboko, Pata Market, Mandate Market. Go there, pick, select at random.
Randomly.
Put them on the scale and weigh. The closest you will see that will be to 50 kg will be maybe 47 kg. So those are the strategies used to erode whatever we think it is value added to what we are earning anytime we ask for pay rise. So they will refocus their energy now and start asking so that it will not reflect only on the convoy of governors. What we are saving from subsidy removal only manifesting majorly on the convoy of our state governors, and it should not be. And the number of fanciful projects direct bearing on the livelihood of the people.
Okay. Are you saying government officials generally, or because now it seems you're being specific?
I'm talking about state governors.
Okay. Okay.
Well, you said issue of subsidies that the government gives. It's not really a new thing. This thing happens around the world. Now, for the fuel subsidy that we have here in Nigeria, should it, I'm just putting, or let's even go back to when it was in place, is it so difficult that we could not still offer subsidy and at the same offer checks and balances for those who are making it difficult?
The problem is that it is the system that is corrupt. Fighting the corruption in the system, we decided to kill it. The intention of subsidy is noble, but the system is corrupt, and unfortunately most of those we are expecting to fight the system are beneficiaries of the system. The most compelling argument of why subsidies will be removed that I've ever listened to in my life, I heard it from Governor Abdurrahman Abdulrazak, and I could not agree less with him. He said that if you are paying subsidy on fuel, it means only those who have vehicles benefit from it more than people who don't have vehicles. And if you count the number of vehicles that is in Lagos State compared to the one in Kwara, Lagos is getting much more than it deserves. But if that money is plowed back into the treasury, it will be distributed based on the agreed formula for revenue sharing. By that, more of it will get down to the masses. That brings us to accountability. All the 36 state governors is where organized labor should focus their attention. How much have you been able to cascade the benefit of this thing down to the common man on the street? You don't have to be government employee. You don't have to be a civil servant to benefit from the proceeds of subsidy removal.
As long as you're in Nigeria.
Because if you keep talking about now a pay rise, it will only affect civil servants. Let me give you an example. When they jacked up when they removed the subsidy, a lot of packages were rolled out. Kwara State government announced tax relief for civil servants, not for people like you and me.
Oh, yes.
I could remember I brought the NLC chairman here. I said, why are you not fighting for the rest of us who are not civil servants to enjoy that tax relief? He said we did not write him letter. It was on this platform.
Oh.
And it's organized.
So, but
supposed to be.
if the political elite in government remember that in 4 years' time they will come back to us for mandate renewal, they should do the needful. And if they fail to do the needful, we have the means. But unfortunately, poverty has been weaponized. It has been instrumentalized to control our political choices. He was talking about insecurity and poverty, of course.
Yes.
There is a causal relationship between the two. Most states in Nigeria are agrarian states. The majority of the people of Kwara engage in agriculture. Same thing for almost every other state except maybe Lagos and River State. All those are riverine area that oil exploration has damaged the environment. So, if there is insecurity, you are not feeling safe on the field, tell me how you'll be able to earn your living. We are talking about food inflation. The people who are producing that are no longer able to do that. And they even need food also to stay alive. In IDP. The majority of them are in IDP across different parts. So you can see the effect. You are not just only unable to produce. People who are even producing, you have to work to also cater for them. That is why nothing is too much to be deployed to the fight against insecurity. And we need to look at it. The most important security asset of a nation is motivation. Technological. If we follow the route of technology, you still need humanity to operate them.
Exactly.
So we need to focus on that, take care of these security operatives, get them the latest equipment that will give them an edge over this criminal, and root them out as soon as possible so that our farmers can go back and feel safe on the field. I just read over the news yesterday that a man was kidnapped in Ijebu-Jesha in Ogun State. See that everybody is endangered. A herdsman was kidnapped. So if a herdsman who is more armed than a farmer, a certain farmer who cultivates area, then tell me
Who is safe?
who is safe. So it is commonsensical to link the two together, that without security, there will be no adequate food production and there will be no food security, because security is multifaceted. Food is very key. For any nation to lay claim to any form of sovereignty, you must be self-sufficient in food production. You must feed your population, so that even if you have to import, it will have to be luxury.
Definitely.
Not the staple, not the basic necessities.
All right, let's move away from that to other aspects. This one's talking about the Nigerian judicial. Judge OK files medical treatment in custody, and it says the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission on Wednesday said the Federal High Court in Kaduna has granted State Governor Nasir El-Rufai access to medical treatment while in custody. Now, this story is bringing too many questions for me. First of all, I want to ask that why do we've been following stories like this where we have past government officials that are probably being prosecuted? There's always one issue or the other, either medical, either some people facing in court. So I want to ask that, should we say the fault is coming from Nigerian judicial or our correctional services? Is it that we don't have enough equipment to house these people, or is just normal political drama that we're in Nigeria?
There's what you call self-fulfilling prophecy. This is what is happening. What they are trying to prevent, or what they are trying to cover up, is what is actually being exposed. They want to present a picture to the rest of the world that have access to those things. It is a matter of right for a detainee. It's a matter of right. So if you are trying to let the whole world know that you have granted, why is it making the headline? Because it was not existing.
We'll be right back.
Kí ló ń bọ̀ pọ̀? Kí ló dé tí ètò ṣe kú gbogbo ilé báyìí? Àpòpọ̀ tí mo fi ń fọ eyín mi ni o. Mo fẹ́ dàbí ẹ. Gbàgbé àpòpọ̀ yìí. Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste tuntun ni ó lò. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, jẹ́ kí eyín rẹ lọ́nà àdáyébá pẹ̀lú ohun ìfọyín Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste.
Just imagine going to the hospital. The doctor is asking, why are you here? Of course, the person is sick.
Àdáyébá eyín funfun dáadáa.
Hello, Hafiz Oyetoro, aka Saka. That's my name. And I'm paying small with CD Care at normal market price. No cheating. No master charges. No admin charges. No commission charges. No everything charges. And 0% interest. You can say anything when you buy for your house. You buy radio paste muscle. You buy iron paste muscle. You buy fridge paste muscle. You buy generator paste muscle. And the shit is that the delivery will happen halfway through your payment. Now your village people they pursue you. If you no rush CD Care now, download CD Care app now. First Play Store or App Store. So what are you
Yes, this is Tony Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery. S-E-L-A-R-I-E. Celery. Bros, you want to turn out the salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
Turmeric.
Yes, so.
Turmeric.
Correct. 1 carton of Maggi chicken flavor for you. Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
Ìtẹ̀ méjì omi òróǹbó lẹ́mọ̀nì, ṣíbí èédú kan àti iyọ̀.
Kí ló ń pò pọ̀? Kí ló dé tí ètò ṣe kú gbogbo ilé báyìí?
Àpòpọ̀ tí mo fi ń fọ eyín mi ni o. Mo fẹ́ dàbí ẹ.
Gbàgbé àpòpọ̀ yìí, Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste tuntun ni ó lò. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, jẹ́ kí eyín rẹ funfun lọ́nà àdáyébá pẹ̀lú ohun ìfọyín Pepsodent Natural Charcoal Whitening Toothpaste tuntun. A ṣe pẹ̀lú eérú àdáyébá tí ó ń jẹ́ kí eyín rẹ funfun àti omi òróǹbó lẹ́mọ́nì tí ó ń fọ eyín rẹ jinlẹ̀. Pepsodent Charcoal, eérú àdáyébá, eyín funfun dáadáa.
Razak Abubakar Choi University AATU, a degree-awarding private university fully accredited by the National Universities Commission (NUC), a private university with global standard, strategically located in the heart of the town for security-wise. Facility include smart classroom for learning, solar and inverter system, Wi-Fi connection, cafeteria, sport arena, school clinic, and suite hostel accommodation, well-grounded academic and non-academic staff. Above all, tuition fee is affordable. Intended students, what are you waiting for? Now and choose AAT University as your first choice at the JAMB portal and get your admission without further delay. For more enquiries, kindly log on to www.atu.edu.ng or call 0816 8395 or 0901 9791 412. AAT University is located at Okiogba, Gamakwara State. APIT, not-for-profit university for global citizenship.
Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials. First, with the news.
Studio time is 9:58 a.m. I'm your listening to Toby 101.9 FM, the Thursday edition of today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials with analysis with Mariam Afolabi, Ayobola, Ayla Adiu, and Adibayo Abubakar. And we're still on this end talking about George Okene El-Rufai's medical treatment in custody. And Adibayo, can we?
Yes, the fact that it is making a headline means that it was not testing. Meanwhile, the intention of those who are publicizing it is to paint such a picture to the rest of the world that this kind of thing actually exists now.
Granting medical
in our correctional
access to
to an inmate.
That's what
let me tell you something. As a matter of standard, when you bring such a person in and he complains, they give you two options: whether you have a personal physician you prefer, or you recommend the one that the institution have for you. So if you can afford private, that one will come in. Some people will insist. There was a time he was having one of his face off with the police. He said he told them, none of the police doctors will touch me. It is a matter of right. And the police granted him that. So the same thing if you are a detainee, you will be given that option if you can afford a private medical doctor who is not quack. You understand? Who is a registered, certified, and registered medical doctor, not to go and bring one somebody selling and go somewhere and say. Those are the issues. You always want to actually, cover up some things, and in the process, inadvertently, you are exposing it. They are telling the whole world that it's not common with detainees in Nigeria. That is why this one is making a headline. Did they tell you that they granted Nicolas Maduro medical access where he can treat his headache and if he has a cold? Because it is a given. It is as like you are taking oxygen free of charge. So sometimes when I look at these government propagandists, I pity them. Honestly speaking.
But let's talk about my second part of the question is, why is it that every time you have these political officials there's always one drama or the other?
I think you are right on that. It is a strategy. Some of them we saw Senator Dino Melaye when he carried mattress on the street of Abuja, that he said he was sick and spread the mattress on the street for sleeping. Even they have an equipment that they use, this neck brace. They always bring it to the court that they are feeling, I don't know whether they have fracture on their spinal cord or something. They always bring such, some will even come in wheelchair. So it is a strategy, and it is only common among Nigerian politicians. But some of them are actually genuine because they've been living easy life at public expense. So at the first smell of trouble,
inconvenience,
their BP will proof. And before you know what's happening, to that extent it is true. But some, it is a strategy to curry public favor. For that, you see, the man is sick now. Take it easy with him now. But somebody who has allegedly not taken it easy with our treasury.
We've had the caller calling or the previous begging that they should please shine El-Rufai now, that kind of thing. So I guess you're right. Let's have headlines, Ayubola?
Well, there's this one from the cable that says that Lagos is to charge motorists for street parking. Now, well, this is a very good initiative for revenue generation for the government, right? But what does this spell for the citizens of that state? That's Lagos State, to be precise. Let's start from there.
It spells order, orderliness, decorum on the street.
Because they have to pay?
Of course. I wish such could be done in Ilorin here. Go around the streets. Before I came to this town, I used to hear that double parking is a traffic offense. Even in Ilorin now, you see triple parking, even quadruple parking. They park indiscriminately, and the reason is somebody who is living in a single room, not room and a parlor. Although everybody has right to make his preference in life and make their choices. But then sometimes you ask yourself, should this be the first thing? Then if you must buy a vehicle, some people buy vehicle, it cannot get to their doorstep, their compound. And the next thing, they park it on the street. That's why you see some unnecessary traffic jam around. But if people are made to pay, it is happening already in Lagos, somewhere in Lagos Island. I've forgotten these streets now, beside the lagoon. Where you have a bank headquarters in Lagos Island. No, I'm not VI. I'm talking of Marina. Okay. Yeah, Marina. There is a space there, a piece of land. The owner actually commercialized as a parking lot. If you park there for 1 hour, as far back as 2008, I think it was 200 naira or so. So, but if you are a worker in one of those banks, they calculate the hour you spend at work, they give you discount. Even in some places, the bank pay for their staff. So if we start charging people who are parking indiscriminately on the road, thereby inhibiting free flow of traffic, so we will think twice.
Well, you see, Adebayo, let's compare this money and the fact that that you're going to be paying money to the operations of the last month that they have. I'm talking about how effective it will be, because for me, I believe if somebody believes I can park indiscriminately and pay, I don't think that fear will be that much.
Let me tell you something. It is not as though once a charge is introduced, you will be free to park anywhere. No, it is going to be much more controlled. This is where you can park. That is going to be very limited, so that it is the price that whoever is parking, it is the price that will hurry him up, whatever he do, wherever he is. Okay. That is why in Lagos, you see last man going about with their towing vehicle. Sometimes it's not to impact people, but to assist people. For example, on Third Mainland Bridge, if you have a breakdown, they come around and help you move it to safety. I don't know whether they charge a fee for it. I'm not sure, but they do that to assist motorists who break down, particularly in such a danger zone. Because if you have been caught on that Third Mainland Bridge, plenty as vehicles are there. It is much lonely than inside the tunnel.
You can say
because those boys there from Mount area, Adekunle, come up from Sura area, all those you see area, but I think that they walk in
because my question is, how do they even get there? Is it I see you they will park and they start harassing you? Because
no, they are moving. Some of them are they are divers. They swim. You see them under the bridge. Once they notice that they have a winding up.
Well, not that we want to promote this area boyism that you just use.
No, the state government is dealing with them very effectively.
Yes, as regards this parking, some of them actually do try to make a living with that, because there are some spaces
that is not leg. That is not leg. That is louting. That is louting. Or people they call tout.
Yes.
That is louting, and it should be discouraged. It's a social menace that should be discouraged in our society. People in the process of helping you to make a living, if they see if you are careless with your phone, you find it missing.
Exactly, they will rob you.
So it is very dangerous.
Okay, I have this one, and I think it's probably something Nigerians have been expecting so far. Police in our Bayelsa Center of Gon led to Ogbenemin's killing by Delta officer. I don't know if you've been following that story. Of Nigerians have been following. As a report says, police have arrested 2 persons, including Bayelsa State sender of the Beretta pistol and 4 rounds of ammunition that led to the killing of Ogunemin Ogidi by ASP Nuhu Usman in Efono, Delta State. So, what's your reaction to this development?
The fact that the sender had been identified and probably arrested,
those suspects
should not bring the investigation to an end, because the logic behind the killing by the trigger happy inspector or ASP or something, so it needs to be needs to be unraveled. It needs to be unraveled because for a trained police officer who understands the rule of engagement, you only use your arm when such a suspect is proving dangerous. It's a part of the body you should target somewhere around the knee down. That's such a person. He hit him in the chest.
It was
in the chest.
Thrice.
You said that was why he gave up the ghost immediately. They strongly suspect that somebody somewhere is trying to cover up something. They are trying to cover some trap. That's why the guy was screaming, "I will take you to the person who sent it to me. Please, I will take you there." That was what he kept pleading. And in the process, he turned blind. Deaf ear, was arranging his magazine, loading it, and then did what he knew how to do, what he knows how to do best. So the investor must not stop at apprehending the sender. It's a ring, it's a cartel, it's a syndicate that needs to be bust.
And also the colleagues of the trigger, because if you see the video, according to what people say, it wasn't just him. It's as if the colleague, even if they were not
you see, the Nigerian police force had acted very swiftly. They arrested all of them, 5 of them, and they are going to charge them for various offenses. Because one of, in Nigeria we have the actual offense, we have the aiding and abetting. And some of them were holding, somebody actually gave him, maybe one of the magazines and the gun had become empty. He gave him a replacement. So in that case, he has participated. Directly or indirectly. So and others who are also looking at them, a police officer is to prevent crime. Your colleague is about to commit a crime, it is a crime. So they are also guilty also. All the people around that place, those who are not guilty are only the civilian. Because they couldn't have done anything to stop them. But a fellow there will be a senior commander there, or even there's no. If you see that you can say, Oga,
you need to stop this.
Let's not do this. Let's not do this. None of them saying that.
Okay. All right. Let's go for this commercial break. When we come back, more calls, and we can move on to the other headlines that we have this morning. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Yes, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know Maggi chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery. S-E-L-A-R-I.
And you're not a police officer. Like, you have to be a police trainer to be able to know this. Police trainer.
Maggi chicken flavor for you. My chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
I found something inside my Nescafe Original the other day. A unique code printed inside. Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 1 now comes with a code inside in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code to *702# and you win 500,000 cash, business tools, and training. Up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world. Yeah, so this is Jolly Johnny on the streets. How well do you know chicken flavor? Oh yeah, spell celery. S-E-L-A-R-I-E. Celery. Bros, you want to turn out the salary? Okay, spell turmeric.
Turmeric. Turmeric.
Correct! 1 carton of Maggi chicken flavor for you. Maggi chicken flavor with onions, celery, and turmeric. My game changer.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato sachet. Yes, it's true. I love Sonia tomato sachet. The color is so red, so thick, so tasty. When I use it for my stew, jollof or spaghetti, the color shines brighter and food becomes tastier. Sonia tomato sachet makes meals delicious. The first house I love it, I nearly called 911 after one crush of Mr. Chef Cubes, and my me and Lucas spoke fluently. Even the grumpy and Yamina asked for takeaway.
Savor the taste of culture with a 2-finger crush of Mr. Chef beef, dawa dawa, and mixed spices seasoning cubes. Mr. Chef, taste home, taste culture. Chef of life.
Yabba shakata wajen more kira da naira 100 ka salamu kuɗin ka sai MTN da kuna samun matsala wurin kira dan ba ku da kati to ko sauki ya samu in ka sa naira 100 sai ka samu naira 400 a layin MTN ku sa naira 100 sannan ku danna tauraro 8 tara hash za ku iya amfani da shi cikin kwana ɗaya. Shakata tsarin MTN G's Pro don more kira sharuɗa da ka'idoji sun shafi wannan.
Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials. First, news.
Today's review of newspaper headlines and editorials. Well, welcome to the last lap of the show, and now you can call us on 09124221019, 09124221019, or 08051899241 to tell us what makes the headlines. So you can share your opinions on what is going on in Nigeria, and please always ensure you go straight to the point without attacking any personality. Okay, Ayobola, I think you have something.
Well, this is another headline, and this one here says federal government bans prefix for honorary degree holders and then flags it as academic. When they grant them these honorary titles, Adebayo, they just go on, putting the name, some people go as far as putting that in case you want to forget.
Well, I don't blame those who are getting those honorary degrees. I blame those who are dishing it out because it is for sale. Remember when one of the former head of state of this country brought in Mobutu Sese Seko to be given such an award in the University of Ibadan. I could remember the University of Ibadan Authority was opposed to it because such a honor is given to people who have contributed, chosen, discipline to the development of humanity. You see some people that will say doctor of business. Yes. Some people they never went to school, but they have that business acumen that is worth in academia. So such a person, they are given, even when the Honorable Minister for Works, Senator Dave Umahi, said he's a practicing professor. Some people misunderstood him. What they do, for example, you are a broadcaster. The Department of Mass Communication can bring you in to come and give them practical lecture on because what you see within the world of the university is mere theory. What is dynamic, fast changing. Yes. That is why some universities in their wisdom send their students on what they call CWES.
Industrial training.
Student industrial work experience scheme. Yes. So these are the reason behind. The academics, they are that it is the people who are witnessing this rapidly changing phenomenon in the industry that are better placed, that are better positioned. So on that basis, they award this degree. But today, every politician wants an essay. They want doctor to be without being ready to walk the distance.
Let's pick this. Hello, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Hello. I think we missed that call. All right, let's continue.
So they don't want to burn the candle because when you hear they say no be my mind to get a PhD, no be my mind. You can try it in any of the universities around here. If you have the requisite qualification, put in for PhD. The amount of scholarship you will have to do, the academic rigors you will be subjected to. By the time you come out, they will even call you a doctor. You are a doctor. Those who actually earn it, they don't even remember again that they are. It is the people who remind them. But those who do not merit it, you are the doctor. It now prevents us from identifying those who meritoriously got their doctorate appellation from those who purchased it.
Okay, but does it affect those that had gotten their own previously, or just subsequently to ban it, not to another person in quadrants?
The problem now is that those who already have it, they are ready to on a life somebody, if you do not to their name,
Really?
how do we go about such a people?
But
That means there will be so many court cases.
there was an announcement earlier about this particular issue that saying that instead of saying I call them doctor, I think there was a word either ESC or something like that. It should not be prefixed.
That is why you see majority of the people who have PhD, what they do now is that they will tell you PhD in bracket.
Yes.
Because if you put the doctor at the there will be no difference
from the other honorary
so
one.
but then the idea behind it is noble. To establish a link between the industry and academia. That is so that there will be a kind of connect. They will not be working. The university will also be able to tailor their curriculum towards the need of the industry by filling the ports of the industry through practitioners.
Hello, good morning. I lost that call. Okay, we have just a few seconds. I have this headline that I want us to talk about. We're not planning to wipe out Christians, says Sultan. But the following writer says those who kill innocent people while shouting "Allahu Akbar" will go to hell. And this one says Khan pushes religious literacy as key to national cohesion. I know that a lot of people have been, calling for our religious leaders to take a stand in this whole insecurity issue, and we have the Sultan saying this, and the Khan also coming out. So, what's your reaction to this quickly before we go?
You see, there was a proverb I rendered here yesterday, that we should hurry up and remove monkey's hand from the soup, so that it will not look like human being's hand. If this kind of reprimand, if this kind of disclaimer had been coming out before now, we wouldn't have needed it. Somebody's shouting Allahu Akbar. Yes. It is a kind of phrase we used to put in Islam, and it is but it's in Arabic language. Those people too, we've seen people who invoke. You see, the whenever people want to commit something, horrible, something that is, if they want to commit atrocity, they try to invoke something noble to cover it, to present it as being, being a noble. But if the establishment in the north have come out earlier than this we will not be getting to this damage control.
All right, let's go. This is how we're going to join the court. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
My people, make una open una ears. Why you dey pay plenty money for your electronics when you seeking money for Femtech to buy quality phones, laptops, electronics, solar products, and plenty more? How? Simple, like Ewedu de Maria Mala. Just download Femtech mobile app to enjoy Femtech Awoof promo. Then Nakai, enter this number 08099996565. Lubatan Shikina, you don't start to the dollificate our Awoof with that to use seeking money by quality. Make sure say nothing.
La Bubu. La Bubu Chocoto. My colleague is in La Bubu Chocoto. La Bubu trouser.
I found something inside my Nescafe Original 3-in-1 pack the other day. A unique code printed inside. Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 3-in-1 now comes with a code in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code to *70# and you could win 500,000 naira cash, business tools, and training. Up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Promo runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world.
About to stop, let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth strong. Stop, cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero gravity, fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, the care brand in the world.
I found something inside my Nescafe Original 3-in-1 pack the other day. A unique printed inside. Yes, so every pack of Nescafe Original 3-in-1 now comes with a code inside in the Nescafe Next Level promo. Just text the code 1022# and you could win 500,000 naira cash, business tools, and up to 1 million naira in prizes to be won. Promo runs until June 30th, 2026. T's and C's apply. Nescafe. Make your world.
ẹ jẹ́ kí a máa kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa níbikíbi tẹ́ wà tẹ́tí náà fàní àti máa gbọ́ wa yálà nílẹ̀ yìí tàbí nílẹ̀ òkèèrè. Olóyìnbó máa sọ nǹkan kan wípé agbára ni a fi ń toni jẹ́, ìyẹn ni pé information is power. Tí èèyàn bá mọ̀ nípa àwọn nǹkan tí ń lọ, èèyàn kan máa pàdánù àwọn àǹfààní lọ́lọ́kùnrin tí ń lọ káàkiri ni. Ṣùgbọ́n lásìkò yọpọ́n aṣẹ́ tó ti sún, yálà ó fẹ́ ra nǹkan ìlò